Evil Genius and Distracted Dad, take one.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Distracted Dad and the Evil Scientist. Oh, wait, wrong podcast. My mistake. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Bible Brothers. I'm your humble host, Matt Crosswhite, joined by Josiah Marshall, and I'll let you figure out which of us is distracted and which of us is scientific.
I am keeping that intro.
I bet you are.
Oh, that was brilliant. Well, I don't think we've lost our stride.
Nah, absolutely not. So, as many of you may have noticed, we have been a while in dropping a podcast. So,
Yeah,
Josiah,
it's been a minute.
how's your summer been? Or how was your summer now that we're technically into the fall?
Yeah, it was good. It was memorable. It was challenging. It was liberating. I'm sure we could think of a number of other adjectives, but really, overall, it'll definitely be one for the books. That's for sure.
Okay.
It was be a little more forthcoming. It was very life-changing in some senses, learning how to adjust to life with some recent changes that have happened. And it was educating for at the very least. Just learning how to do life in a new light, in a new way, and just continue to be patient with each other as we continue to adjust to some of those changes.
Okay.
Should I continue to be vague or should I just be blunt?
Well, I know that months have passed for us, but for people listening to this in the future,
Right.
the former episode they heard, or the second to most former, they most of our listening audience knows that you've had some health issues.
Yeah.
So, have however much of an update on that as you would like. Keep it as vague as you would like, but I know that we will get inquiries about how's Josiah's health doing.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go ahead and just say it like it is. Back in January, I had a stroke-like event. Scared me and my wife pretty good. And eventually I got in to see a neurologist. I should say that my wife took me to the ER, even though I didn't want to. And eventually, through a number of tests, found out I have something called functional neurological disorder. And you hear disorder, you think, oh, okay, it's probably in that category of things. We can just reorder everything and everything will be hunky-dory. Well, unfortunately, while there could be a disorder, this disorder isn't just one that you can simply write and everything be okay. So FND, as it's commonly referred to, is almost the mirror opposite of Parkinson's disease. So Parkinson's starts in the nerves. It's very hardware based, whereas FND starts with synaptic stuff in the brain. So it's more software based in that sense. And so, unfortunately, FND carries with it a number of different symptoms that can be quite challenging on a daily basis. Anything from constant pain to involuntary muscle spasms, muscle twitches, involuntary nerve pain. There's other symptoms that are involved. There's a long list, but thankfully I've been able to connect with some people who also have it, and we are together along with my wife, my children, just growing to understand this more, what it's going to mean for us as a family. And I've just been so thankful for the patience of my wife, and really not just her patience, but also her insight. And there are days where I'm kind of gloomy. And she really just puts me back on track and gets me moving in a better way. So to sum it up, I will put it like this. FND is debilitating. It radically changes the lifestyle that a person's had. And so while things have radically changed, there is one quote from Michael J. Fox that I really have kind of thrived on a little bit. Now, part of it, so this quote is gratitude sustains optimism. Gratitude has been an activity of mine for a number of years for various reasons, just to keep me focused. But to understand that it sustains optimism is just the other side of that coin that finally finished that understanding for me. And so that has continued to help me look forward and see not just a life that's going to continue to take some getting used to of this F&D stuff, but to also see that there's possibilities going forward. Life isn't over. I still have some functionality. I'm still able to do things for myself for the most part. And so as a result, life keeps going and we're very thankful for it.
Amen.
Yeah. So,
Amen. Okay.
So that was and needless to say, there was other transitions where son gets older and daughter gets older and we all get older.
I was wondering why
And
you specified your son getting older, and if it was going to be followed by daughter getting younger or something. But I was like, I'm pretty sure they age at the same rate.
you don't, yeah, right. But yeah, it's been a good summer for us overall. How about you, buddy? How was your summer? What we talked about in the last one of the updates I gave was that you had some stuff coming up in your life, some training that you were doing. Mind
Yes.
expounding?
So my family and I currently live in Arizona. At the moment, it's Tucson, which feels like the surface of the sun. But we spent all of June and July at a cross-cultural training in Minneapolis. And everybody warned us about the humidity and the monstrous size bugs, specifically mosquitoes. But June was very, very delightful. It felt like springtime. And July was just a little bit more humid. So it was a very pleasant summer away from the
That
desert.
sounds nice.
And yeah, it was fantastic. And we were right downtown Minneapolis for the whole time. It went really, really beautifully. And our family is getting closer and closer on our trajectory to move to Israel. So things are progressing.
Wow. Wow. That is so cool. I'm so excited for you still. There are times where I just would rather be able to jump in a suitcase and tag along with you to go do that.
You know what? I would totally bring you along. We might have to get a bit bigger of a suitcase, maybe a sea bag or something. But yeah, come on along.
Well, looking forward, Matt, where do you see us going with Triple B? I know we don't. I've noticed that we our wives. Let's see, who is that? Heather, one of our wives at least said Triple B. That would be a great name for the show. But we've really gotten stuck with Bearded Bible Brothers, which I think is fine. But where do you see us going with this? Where are we going next?
I would love to see. It's been interesting as you've looked at the analytics of which episodes have been the most popular and the most downloaded or listened to see what our audience is enjoying and the ones that we get emails about. I think it tends to be the more borderline controversial topics, and also
Right.
the ones that add biblical insight or understanding that isn't popularly known in evangelicalism. So I think I'd kind of like to continue going toward that. Maybe we blend the two and do controversial biblical insights.
Yeah. We're their ancient astronauts. Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Wouldn't that be A wonderful title.
A pre-Adamic race or not, and we
Yeah.
could do all sorts. We're the dinosaurs. We could do all sorts of stuff with this.
What was that song? We are the Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, but I like your version.
We could do some audio drama.
There you go.
No, I completely agree. There's been some fascinating insight thanks to those analytics. Our most popular episode to date is the conclusion to our talk of. Now, I would say it's almost habit to say 10 commandments, but we know that to not be completely accurate. So it'd be the 10 words, the 10 hadabrot. And so that has really captured people's imagination.
Excellent.
And I'm really quite thankful for the fact that people would care to listen to us drone on, especially me. But at the same time, it provides, I know for the average listener, you're learning something, but at the same time, we're learning something too. I'm especially learning something. And so when we get to talk about it, and I'm saying stuff, I'm learning it myself, and it's just kind of coming right. It's just rebounding off of me, just going, whoa, that's coming out of my mouth. This is wild. So, most pastors, I don't think, would probably admit the fact that they're really preaching to themselves more than the congregation sometimes.
Yes, it's
suffice it to say, it's going to be an exciting season going forward, I think. And there's definitely been some life lessons that I think we've both learned and that we both look forward to seeing going forward.
Indeed.
Indeed. So until next time, I guess we conclude by saying we look forward to connecting with our listeners more, and please continue to connect and send us emails about any thoughts, questions, concerns you may have. The condition of our beards. I'm still very much Snowbeard. You are still very much Firebeard. Oh, look at that gorgeous beard.
And the shorter it gets, the more red it is. When it grows out, you kind of see more brown or almost a weird burgundy. But when it's short like this, it stays red. But in Tucson, Arizona, you just can't have a big beard without a whole lot more commitment than I have. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it's fun I know we've been talking throughout the summer, but still, it's just fun to reconnect with you in this on this platform. And this is going to be. Oh, I'm excited.
This is going to be great. Absolutely.
Woo-hoo! Yeah.
Woohoo! Oh. All right. And so with that, we look forward to the next season of Triple B. And thanks for tagging along with us.
We'll see you next time.